Hi guys, my name is Nettie and welcome to my channel. This is Nettie BDSM. Today I'm going to be talking about ways that can help you like seduce your sub and be like much more effective dom. And this is basically like for beginners. So I wrote things down, so I'm going to keep reading my notebook. So if I don't make eye contact in this one, I'm very sorry. I'm also trying to change the style that I'm going to be presenting, but let's get into this. So I have like 4 things that I want to talk about that can help you like seduce your job, like your sub, or just be a very good dom overall. So you can take this with a pinch of salt because it's just my opinion, and also make sure you go and like get other people's opinion, other subs or other doms opinions to make sure that you have an overall view. Don't just rely on just my opinion. Okay, so the first thing that I would say that I find very, very attractive when a dom does is when they have found their confidence. So when a person is already like confident in what they're doing, it makes them seem more appealing and it makes them very sexy for me. Like it's one of the traits that I find very, very, very sexy. So a confident dom is really appealing. So how do you get to be confident, especially if you're new in this and you don't know what to do? The first thing that you could do is just find someone that you can look up to, a dom that you can look up to, and kind of like mimic them. Mimic the things that you like that they do and try and do them up until you find your own expression. Like this is going to help you find your own expression. And remember, even kids, they kind of like mimic behavior up until it becomes their own behavior. So when you find like a dom that you say, oh, this is the dom that I would like to be like, just mimic their behavior, and it's gonna help you find your own expression. And yeah, that's how you can like build your confidence. So if they walk a certain way, try and walk that way. Or if they talk a certain way, try and talk that way. Another point that I would say could make you like very good dom is practice. Like practice your tone, your expression, your word phrase, your commands, your mannerism up until like it becomes second nature. Like I said, when you like mimic someone, like mimic them to the point that you practice it every single day, that it just becomes part of you. You don't have to think about it when you do it. So you can't just, I know like being a sub can be very easy to transition into, but being a dom can be very, very, very hard. So when you practice, like practice your tone of voice, how you say your commands, your word phrases, it just, you learn it so much that it becomes your second nature. So try and do it as much as possible. So practice makes perfect, as we all know. Another point is the power of non-verbal communication. So this is also important because the tone is important. The look in your eyes is also very, very important, because you can say something but your expression is kind of like saying something else. And I know as a bratty sub, that would just make me like so what? Sorry, what? Like, if you say things non-verbally, I know I use like my the look. Like I like the look. Like if you go and check one of my shorts, there is a video that I made that says, when you don't forget that you are a switch. And I just do that whole look. So if you do that whole look, that is non-verbal. Like you don't precisely have to just go there and tell them to behave. You just look at them and they know that they're misbehaving and they need to start behaving. So practice the look as well. The non-verbal things are very important, so practice them. Even your hands while you're talking is very, very important. So as you've noticed, I also talk with my hands a lot. So when you expressing yourself, to have that dominant persona, even how you use your hands while talking can really, really have an effect on how you are communicating. Because I know, like, if I walk in and my dom is just saying something, looking me dead in the eyes and just holding their face. I know that's like a playful. I know he has something up his sleeve, and I know I'm like up for a good time. So practice just using your whole body and also your hands to communicate non-verbally. Like there's this video where okay, it's a video that's unrelated, but there was this young girl who was she just did this, and everybody in the room understood what she meant. She didn't have to say, hey, everybody quiet, and and everybody was quiet. And I was like, oh wow, because she was like less than probably 5. And I was like, she's got it. She has got it. She can command a room without saying anything. Sometimes you just need to stand there, and everybody knows that you have something to say and they should be listening. So practice having like those type of things where you don't have to say a lot for your sub to understand what you're saying. Like you don't even need to let them know that when I do this, this is what I mean. When I do that, this is what I mean. But practice having that whole presence, whereas you have the power of your nonverbal communicate, like they understand you without you having to say it verbally. And another thing is use your tone for dramatic effect. So when you say something, like have those pauses in between. Like I know like this can be silly sometimes, but you can be like, oh, is that how it's really done? Interesting. Like you are just not like you said the simplest thing ever. Is that how it's done? Interesting. But you said it in a way where you just have those dramatic pauses there, and you creating the nuisance, and you have it makes you have a deep and powerful impact. Like when you're talking to yourself, like panties down. Like it just creates that whole thing. And I also feel like when they do that, it for me it's such a turn on. Like I'm like okay. But yeah, having like those practicing like those 4 essential things can just make you a very good dom, and it will make you very seductive. Because I think for me, there are chatty people which can still be very dominant, but sometimes I'm like, I'm chatty, you're chatty, and we sitting here chatting each other up. Unless it's like a thing that's like within our placing or our partnership, I don't see the need for it. But yeah, make sure that you find your confidence, you practice everything, like from your tone, expression, and word phrases and commands, even your mannerism. Also make sure that you use the non-verbal cues, and also use your tone for dramatic effect. Don't just speak, just use your tone for dramatic effect. So yeah, guys, check you out on my next video. I really want to change the whole thing of just having the sit downs where it almost feels like I'm presenting. I want to change the nature of how I do my videos moving on, because I feel like you guys don't get to know my personality. Even though my ADHD kicks in, but I feel like you guys don't know my personality. You just get to like see the professional side of me. And I just want to share more than just that. So be sure to check out my other videos as well. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you've been watching until like this moment in the video. It means like you really enjoy what I'm saying. So also leave me a comment down below, guys. If it's a topic that I don't like, something that I don't know about, I'm most probably not going to be able to do a topic on. Oh, I also have Patreon, guys. I'm going to leave a link down below. I always forget about Patreon. I'm going to leave a link down below. Don't forget to just go there and subscribe, so I can keep making these videos. I don't have a camera, so I need a new camera. I need a new stand because I lost my camera and my stand. So yeah, Patreon is going to help me get that. So make sure. I also have exclusive content there where you guys get to see me just basically live my life outside of just having this sit down videos. Patreon, you're gonna get to just spend a whole day with me or see me do certain things rather than just me sitting here and talking. So see you.